situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Minnesota Vikings. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This one taken just inside the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. With that last effort, he tackles the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that. Talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He'll get this to his running back, Calais. Puts it on the carpet, it's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. And that's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. And this will be play number 10 on this pretty long opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown. Jets. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Vikings nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I'm seeing so far.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
Complete to Jesper Horsted. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second and 5. Prescott to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, now it's stripped. He loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. First down, here's the run with Cook. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Open man is Higgins. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Prescott. That's complete to Mooney. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To throw is Prescott. Steps away to his left. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Throwing, Prescott. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Fitzgerald. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyler Conklin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jets. Raymond Calais in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. First down, Prescott. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. Open man here is Conklin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A first down throw for Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this to the 35, good for a gain of 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Raymond Calais with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. They'll try and throw for it. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone to put the lead up to there. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw caught by Higgins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Prescott's throw there complete to Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Prescott to throw this time. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Prescott from the gun. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They run with Calais. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll get this to his running back, Calais. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Raymond Calais, 78 yards. And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Jets are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because Vic
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And now here's a carry heading left. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. This size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
That is his 951st NFL reception, so 49 away from 1,000, but 951. That ties him with Andre Reed.
Oh, I love the trigger there because Andre Reed caught the ball any part of the field and specialized in traffic, similar to what we've seen throughout his career as well. Does not mind going across.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. That one looks like he'll throw here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
On play action, they'll throw. Caught left side by Hilton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Flush to his right. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. A big offensive explosion leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on